Cleansing, recharging, and activating crystals. These are really simple processes, but sometimes some people tend to overcomplicate this. So let me break down these rituals into easy to understand terms. Of the three care techniques, cleansing is probably the most important of these rituals. Whether you're using the crystal for healing or for meditation or for spell work, we need to cleanse off negative intentions and negative energies that may have been placed on them. Now, if you're wearing a crystal or carrying a crystal with you daily, you probably only need to cleanse it once a week, maybe once a month, depending on what's going on in your life. If you're going through some difficult time in your life, then maybe once a week is more necessary. However, if you use crystals for healings, you need to have them cleansed before every session. So you might as well do this after every session so they're ready to go. And likewise, if you're using them in spells or some kind of ritual, I would advise that you cleanse it after every session. So let's talk about techniques on cleansing. You want to use one of the elements to cleanse the crystals. So you've got air, earth, fire, and water. Now, water is the easiest one to cleanse with. Simply find some running water. Now, you can get that from the faucet in your bathroom or in your kitchen. That'll work just fine. But you can also use the ocean or a running stream. These will all work fine. You just have to make sure that it's running water. You want that energy to wash away. Now, some crystals don't react well to water, and there is a lot of people out there saying that you shouldn't be using crystals that end with "ite" with water. Now, this is true to a certain degree, but like a lot of things on the internet, this gets blown way out of proportion. Yes, some crystals like selenite, pyrite, or malachite aren't going to react well with water, and they're going to release toxins. So avoid putting these crystals in drinking water. But if you're just holding it under a tap and running water over it, the worst that's going to happen is they're going to fade. You can use smoke from a smudge stick, so that could be made up of something like rosemary, lavender, sage, even Palo Santo. However, you want to look into the ethics of things like Palo Santo or white sage for deforestation or cultural reasons. This is using the element of fire. You can also use the element of earth. And I would also include salt into this category. Now, I wouldn't normally recommend using salt or earth. It's a bit of an overkill for cleansing your crystals. I would tend to recommend it for more traumatized crystals. What's a traumatized crystal? Well, if you have a crystal in your presence that's healing you and you're going through a specifically traumatizing period, the crystal is working extra hard. It's taking on a lot of that negative energy. And this would be a situation if you've gone through a traumatic breakup, someone's died, or you've lost something big to you. Simply go outside, dig a hole, and bury the crystal in the ground for 24 hours. You can also use salt in a similar fashion. However, some crystals aren't going to react well to salt, so do keep that in mind and do your research. Now, you can use the element of air for cleansing a crystal as well. You would just simply hold the crystal up and you would blow air across it. But if you want to do this, you yourself have to be in a very balanced, stable state of mind and emotions. If you have feelings of depression, anxiety, or going through trauma, this isn't going to be very effective. And you would only really kind of do this if you've just used a crystal for one day. You can also use sound to cleanse crystals. Now, I'm a big fan of using sound. Unlike using water, smudge sticks, or salt, you're not wasting anything in the process. But the most important part of cleansing is your affirmation. This is the affirmation I use, and you're welcome to use this as well. I cleanse you of all negative and unwanted energies and send it back to the light. And if I'm cleansing a crystal, I'll say this 3 times. However, if I'm cleansing a lot of crystals in one go, I'll probably say it for about a minute straight. Now, it's important that you cleanse it of negative and unwanted energies. You do not want to cleanse it of all energies, because you yourself might be putting good intention onto the crystal and you don't want to clean that off. You also want to send it to the light or to Mother Earth to be transformed with love. You want to send this negative energy to a place of healing. Next, we have recharging crystals. Now, if you're using your crystals daily, it really won't need to be recharged as much. This crystal that I wear around my neck, I'm constantly giving energy to on a daily basis. It won't need to be recharged. However, if you're using your crystals for healings or in spells or other rituals, you'll want to recharge them a bit more frequently. The way I describe this is, think of a friend that's feeling down. How would you cheer them up? You can give the crystals gratitude, you can give them love. You can sing to them, you can tell them a story. Take them for a walk in the forest or take them for a swim in the ocean. You can take them into the sunlight to be recharged. However, the sunlight can make some crystals fade or go brittle. So I would recommend using the sun too much to recharge your crystals. However, the moonlight is the best and full moon is the perfect time to recharge a crystal. And you don't have to put the crystal outside. It can be sitting on your windowsill inside. The moonlight will come through the glass window. It'll be just fine. But if you're working with your crystals daily, Just give it daily love, daily gratitude. Thanks for being in my life. Then we have activating crystals. Now I've included activating crystals into this video, but I don't activate crystals. I never have, and having never activated crystals, it doesn't affect anything. Personally, I think this is a bit of a new age idea and it doesn't really seem necessary. The crystals are going to work. They always have the energy in them. They do not need to be activated. But if it makes you feel happier to activate a crystal when you first get it, that's fine. In my opinion, it's just another form of recharging the crystal. And that's how you care for your crystals. It's not a complicated process. If you've got any crystal questions, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Maybe I'll even make a video about it. And if you really like this video, give it a like. It helps my algorithm and it motivates me to make more videos. And if you want to follow my account, that's even better. But until next time, love and light, you beautiful weirdos. Have a fantastic day.